So, Strategic Insights podcast today. We're at the Henry Hotel for the Midwest User Group. I am privileged to be joined by probably the hottest product of the event with QAD Redzone. Joining me from that group is Matt Crabtree. Matt, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for joining. Matt, can you give me a little background on your position and how long you've been with Redzone?
Yep. So Matt Crabtree, Sales Director with QAD Redzone. Been with the company about 6 years, and really I think at the time we had about 250 customers or so in the manufacturing space, and now today we're just over 1,200. So it's been an incredible growth journey, and I've gotten to wear a lot of hats along the way.
That's a fast and large growth journey. So I imagine those hats probably change rapidly on any given day.
They have.
But so let's get into it a little bit. With connected workforce is the buzz, if you will. Give us a little background on why Redzone is now so popular and actually the talk of this event.
I mean, I think if you look at the trajectory of manufacturing over the last couple decades, we've had kind of a standing workforce and haven't really had the troubles that people have today with labor. I think when you went through COVID, and that really kind of exacerbated the workforce issues that people were having. I think the manufacturing industry has been talking about automation and moving towards this dim light pipe dream of where robots are making everything for us. But the fact of the matter is, we still need people to make the products that we use every day. And we need to engage the folks that work in our factories in actually in doing that work, because we don't have the standing kind of workforce where anybody will take whatever hours they can get. So I think putting technology in the hands of the people that are actually doing the work in factories is a much bigger focus. And really driving engagement, reducing turnover, and making the workplace experience, especially in manufacturing, is a big focus for the industry right now.
Absolutely. So at a high level for our listeners, how does Redzone help clients accomplish this? You're talking about empowerment of the worker, but you're also talking about a lot of things that help them manufacture on a day-to-day job. So how is your product uniquely positioned to do those things?
Yeah, I think if I think everybody kind of understands, right? If you have an engaged employee, they're going to be more productive. And if somebody cares about their work and understands if they're winning or losing in real time, I think that gives them a little more motivation to effectuate a positive outcome for the day. And so what Redzone has done really since day one is to take a lot of the data that historically is only looked at by management or engineering, and really put that in the hands of your frontline operators. So we're able to see real time, very clear, simple, red, green, am I winning or losing? And not only that, I'm giving people a platform, a communication platform, to actually get the help they need to have a better outcome that day.
So between the communication and the performance, like you said, are we winning or are we losing? Is it driving more of a competitive spirit on the floor? Is that what you're seeing? Or is it more just everybody likes technology in their hands, where before it might have been a paper-based response?
Yeah, I think if you look at this new generation of workers, certainly everybody loves to have an iPad in their hands. They didn't grow up with pen and paper, carbon copies, et cetera. But I think it's human nature to have a little bit of friendly competition on the at work, and if you can understand how you stack up against your peers, I think it just makes it a more fun environment to work in.
Oh, absolutely. So as someone's been listening this long, they're probably a little jazzed about, okay, great, we're helping empower, we're talking about new technology, there's real-time metrics involved. Let's get in it. What does the output of that look like for the company? Because we're talking about why it's great for the end user, but why should the company really invest in this product?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We think it's the right thing to do right by your employees and empower them and engage them.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it actually is just good business. So in 90 days of doing Redzone, we're seeing a 29% increase in productivity on the shop floor, a 74% increase in employee engagement, and a 32% reduction in staff turnover.
With those type of ROI numbers, I'm guessing you probably have people not believing them on a fairly rare occasion or every day.
It can seem a little bit ridiculous, but honestly, being in over 1,200 plants, what we do is we benchmark the entire Redzone community every other year. And so the most recent one was last year, looked at 1,000 plants that have deployed Redzone, and it really breaks down, by industry, by microvertical, by size, what are the types of results that companies can expect. And we're a continuous improvement organization, so every time we're looking at those results, we're looking at what did the best companies do, and how can we make that part of our standard work and really drive that into the culture across the rest of the customer base.
That's exciting. So what's a standard implementation timeline look like for, just if someone's looking at this, how long is it from engagement to possible utilization and that type of ROI?
Yep, yeah, so from the time that a customer says go, they work with a Redzone implementation team, and it's really 6 to 8 weeks is all that we need to get the system completely live. Beyond that, we do a 90-day coaching program. So we actually have an industry expert who's going to come on site, and it's not about teaching you, what button do I press and where are the drop-down menus. Right. It's intuitive, easy to use, and so what the coach is doing is really working with shop floor teams and management teams to identify opportunities for improvement and really drive continuous improvement in the plants. So that 90-day coaching program, where the coach is on site 4 weeks over that 90 days, is really what helps deliver those results.
Following, of course, the messaging we saw at the user group, where it's process and people. Redzone's all about process and people. So
yep.
it is the core of what you do. So we've touched on some really good points about how the product drives efficiency. We talked about ease of implementation. Someone's probably going to say, great, what's the easiest way for me to get in contact with Matt's team? What does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go on our website, rzsoftware.com, and you've got lots of information, a lot of videos and resources there. And we'd be happy to kind of set up an initial call and take the first step.
That's awesome. Well, I know that we've got a joint customer that's going through an implementation right now. Looking forward to circling back with another meeting with you in a few months. We'll do a customer testimonial and see how they found the experience. But Matt, thank you for your time today. Absolutely. Look forward to talking to you in the future.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.